Now, I've been talking about our New Year's resolutions, and many of us have plans to get healthier in 2025. And Dr. Amir is back with us. Very good morning to you again. Now, look,
Morning.
apparently 1 in 4 people are going to be doing dry January this month.
Yeah, that's right. 15.5 million Brits are aiming to do dry January. That's giving up alcohol for the whole of January. And I'm all for it, Ranby. I'm a really big supporter because there is no safe level of alcohol to drink per week. There are limits if you choose to drink alcohol, and that's 14 units per week. But they're limits, not targets, as my driving instructor used to tell me. But there are lots of advantages to giving up alcohol, even if it is just for a month. It can lower your blood pressure, improve your weight, it can reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes, and it can reduce your risk of certain cancers as well as improve your mental health as in some cases. Now, if you are going to do it, my tips are to get rid of all the alcoholic drinks from your home now. You pour them down the drain or give them to someone to look after. I know, sad face, sad face. Replace them with alcohol-free drinks. So that could be, non-sugary drinks, or if you like the taste of alcohol, alcohol-free beers, and there's alcohol-free gins out there as well. And you can have a little money jar, the money that you save from buying alcohol, put it in a jar, and at the end of the month, treat yourself to some non-alcoholic treats as well. So that's a good way to start.
Now, listen, are there any reasons not to do it?
Yeah, there are some concerns that people who do dry January may drink heavily on either side, so in December and February, to make up or kind of preload almost for that month of dry January. I'm not convinced about that. I think dry January can help make people more mindful about their drinking habits. And if you do go back to drinking in February, then make sure you're drinking within those safe limits or those limits that have been recommended, 14 units a week, and make sure you have alcohol-free days interspersed throughout the week. So 3 days at least without any alcohol interspersed throughout the week. And if you don't, if you feel like you have to come home from work and you need a drink, or you wake up and you feel like you need a drink, you've got a serious problem there. And that's when you should get some help for your alcohol.
And we normalise that, don't we, though? That's, I think, the thing. You don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
How quickly would you see changes then if you did dry January?
Yeah, really quickly. So if you stop drinking within a week, you should have a better quality sleep, because alcohol affects your deep sleep and it stops that refreshing sleep. So you should feel more refreshed and your concentration levels should get better. In the second week, you kind of get this brain fog that's lifted, that alcoholic brain fog that you might not even know you've got, but it lifts and it clears your head and you have a better memory. Week 3, your weight might improve and your acid reflux might improve, because alcohol is a big cause of that. And week 4, that's when the real changes take place. Your blood pressure can come down, your skin can appear clearer, your cancer risk reduces as well. So really important changes as you move through the month of January.
Gosh, that's fascinating, actually. Now, look, one of the other popular resolutions is stopping smoking. And there's a watch, is there, that could now help?
Yes, this is from the University of Bristol. Scientists there have designed a watch which kind of monitors your hand movements, because one of the things that smokers like to do is kind of be occupied in their hands, and so it monitors your movement of your hands. And if you lift it up as if you are to smoke, it sends you a text, a nice supportive text to say, don't do it. What I would say about smoking is it is one of the hardest things to give up. Nicotine is exceptionally addictive, and it can change the brain chemicals in your head and cause that dependency that's really hard to give up. If you are thinking about giving up smoking, it'll be the best thing you ever do. And the best way to do it is to get hold of a free NHS smoking cessation advisor. You can get them through your GP surgery, or you can go online and get it done there, and they can help you, because you might need some nicotine replacement products like patches or gum or inhalators, which will help wean you off that nicotine and reduce the risk of any withdrawal side effects.
And that watch, by the way, is linked to an app, isn't it? So it's the app that sort of sends you the message. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. It sends you the message through the app. I do understand that smokers like to have their mouth and their hands occupied.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
really
chew
interesting.
some gum and hold a stress ball in your hand. That might be the better way to do it.
Yeah, and listen, lots of us, and I was guilty of this morning on the drive into work this morning. I was like, right, what vitamins do I need? What vitamins should we be stocking up on? Are they actually worth it?
Right, but lots of people are not going to be happy about this, but there is no real evidence that taking a multivitamin every day, if you have a nutritionally balanced diet, has any beneficial effect. There's no evidence that it reduces your risk of heart disease or any other kind of illnesses because you're taking that multivitamin. The one exception, I always say this, the one exception is vitamin D during the winter months, because we don't get that from food, we get that from sunlight mainly, and there isn't enough of that around. But everything else we should be getting from food. The exceptions are pregnant women who need folic acid and sometimes iron for baby development, older adults, particularly people over 60, 65 plus, because their absorption may be slowed down, so they may need supplements. If you've got a malabsorption or gut problem like Crohn's disease, inflammatory bowel disease, or you have a nutritional deficiency where your doctor or a healthcare professional has said you do need to take a supplement. So I would say advocate for food rather than vitamins, and the kind of foods you should be focusing on: dark green leafy vegetables, really nutrient dense. If you're not vegetarian or vegan, liver and eggs are super healthy and have lots of nutrients in them. Nuts and seeds, sweet potatoes are really good as well. And obviously omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon and tuna and walnuts, flax seeds and chia seeds, they will do you the world of good. So get your nutrition through food, Ranbir. Don't pull out those pills. Go and have some walnuts instead.
But just a quick, so if you've got, listen, it can be hard to get green leafy veg into your kids, can't it? Especially teenagers and so on.
True.
She's asking for a friend. So, so are those, you know, are vitamins for teenagers and kids any good? Or are they, I mean, in your view,
there's no evidence. I have to tell you about the evidence, and there's no real evidence that those things make a difference to those children's health unless they have a diagnosed deficiency of
apart
some
from vitamin
sort.
D. And you do you not take do you take vitamin K with it, or am I wrong about that? There's something that you take with it.
Yeah, vitamin K2 and magnesium help with vitamin D absorption and get it to the right place, but you don't need to take them as supplements. You can get them from food. And again, dark green leafy veg and nuts and seeds are good places to get both of those things. And I know it's hard to get them into children and young people, but you can hide them, you can blend them and make them into pasta sauces and do that. It's a really nice way to get them into children.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely. I do a very good hidden veg tomato sauce, which has got all the veg in it with the tomato, but it's like looks like a normal tomato sauce. It's actually not that hidden because my son knows about it, but there you go. But it's one way to get it in. Great stuff. It does. Yeah, we've been using it for years. It's really good. Thank you so much, Dr. Amir. Lovely to see you.
Looking for more health and wellness content? There's plenty more right here on our channel. How about you check out this one?